Welcome to Earl Stewart on Cars.
Speaking of text, let me get to that text, 777-2622, area code 561-777-2622. What's Earl's perspective on U.S.'s normalized relations with Cuba and its impact on the new car market there? How will U.S. dealers get storefronts there? Interesting. I think the normalization with Cuba is going to have a huge impact, at least on Florida, and especially South Florida. Think about this. Cuba has been without new cars for how many years? 50 years?
57 or 58, right?
Yeah. Now, you see the pictures of a Cuba. You see these classic cars so extremely well taken care of.
Still
and
running.
They had to because they had no choice. So I think two things are going to happen. I think there's a huge pent-up demand for newer cars. I'm not saying everybody's going to be buying brand new cars, but you also have this classic car market down there. When you look at some of the prices being paid for classic cars, they're off the chart. Prices in the hundreds and thousands, even millions of dollars for these classic cars. So I think there's an asset that a lot of these Cubans have down there they don't even realize. Now, there definitely will be franchises opening up for new car dealers. The way the manufacturers work, they have distributors. I think they'll appoint a distributor for Cuba, and he'll be a Cuban. There'll be a Cuban distributor down there for Toyota and for General Motors and for Ford, and then they will find and they will appoint dealers in the interim, because it'll take a while for that infrastructure to be created. You're probably going to see a lot of demand on South Florida. There'll be a lot of exports. All the manufacturers claim that they don't export cars, but their dealers do, especially in Florida. They have a provision in their contracts that they say you're not supposed to export cars, but they wink and look the other way, and the dealers, especially in Miami and Fort Lauderdale and all over Florida, and for that matter the Southeast, export cars. So it's going to be an amazingly economic impact. Rick?
And don't forget, not just the cars themselves, but the parts market. I mean, the idea of all these cars that have been down there, they're in a severe environment, the humidity, the storms. Suddenly you're going to have these people down there that have got an opportunity to get to American companies that have been building reproduction parts for all those classic cars for years. That market is going to take off probably double.
They probably had access to those parts, but they were probably paying through the nose.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were going around the corner. Just like it goes with the exporting to other countries. The dealers aren't supposed to do it, so the dealer sells it to somebody in Panama or someplace where it's legal, and it comes to Cuba. So, the game's being played, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.